Hi, fourth graders. Here we go. It is lesson 3. We are now moving on to degrees. And if you want to pull out the protractor, I don't think you have to use it for these next lessons, but I like to show you guys how to use it when we're talking about degrees. So before we get started, I'm just going to explain to you a little bit about a circle. So here is our line, and when you're thinking about a straight line, going all the way around from the start to the finish. So if you were facing forward and you turned all the way around and came back to facing forward, you're going to go in 360 degrees. So when you're looking at a protractor, here's a protractor, okay? This is half of a circle. So from the 0 degrees, which is right there, all the way halfway around is 180 degrees. And if you were to go all the way around this way, which would be this side of the protractor, you're going to go 360 degrees. And if you think about it, right, 180 plus 180 is going to give you 360. So when you're thinking about a circle, I'm going to break it down for you a little bit. Okay, let's look at it. I'm just going to draw it up in this corner. So if you're thinking about a circle, I just told you, right, that this way to right here is 180. Here to here makes it 360. So each quarter is 90 degrees, right? Right? You go from here to here, 90 degrees, here to here, 90 degrees. A straight line from here to here is 180, which is 90 plus 90. Another 90 degrees is 270, and another 90 degrees would be 360. So if you go all the way around, it's 360. And for those of you that skateboard or snowboard, right, a 360 is a full circle, a 180 is turning around backwards, 270 is 3/4 of the way around, and so on. So that is how you measure degrees in a circle using a protractor, right? Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's look at a line. So they're talking about angle NOP. Now to me this looks like a straight line, but this is what they're talking about. So the angle of NOP is 180 degrees, right? Because it's a straight line. So they want you to draw a ray to create a 90-degree angle. So they're taking line, right, NOP, and they're drawing the ray R to create a 90-degree angle. So if you were to measure this with a protractor, it is going straight up through 90 degrees, right? This side is going straight through 0 degrees. Don't worry about the outside edge. We're looking at this inside edge. So it's pointing at 0 and it's going straight up. If we were to extend this line, if we were to extend that, it is going straight up through 90 degrees. And that little right angle shows that it's a 90-degree angle. Now this one, it says if angle ROP, so here ROP is 90 degrees, draw one ray to show 45 degrees and another to show 30 degrees. So I know using my protractor, I'm going to line it up straight through 0, straight through 90. This line is half of 90. So that's going right through 45 degrees right here. Between 40 and 50, it's going right through 45 degrees. And this angle is going right through 30 degrees. So let's try a few on our own, okay? Because sometimes protractors can be a little tricky, okay? So here's our angle, DEF, angle DEF. And I want to know, using my benchmark angles, which are, when I think of benchmark angles, I think of 180, which is a straight line. Think of 90, which is a right angle, okay? I think of 45, sometimes, right, which is going to be half of the 90. And then I think of my angle 0. Those are kind of my benchmark. So when I look at this, I already know that that angle is going to go straight through 0 and up through 90 degrees. So I know that DEF, angle DEF, equals 90 degrees. Just by looking at it, I can tell that it's 90 degrees. Okay, here's our next structured. This is 6 o'clock. I know they're trying to measure this angle, okay? And I know if I measure that angle, it is a straight line. And I know that a straight line all the way around equals 180 degrees, okay? If it went all the way back up to 12, that's 360, okay? But this angle is 180. Now I would like you to pause this video right now, and I want you to do the final check, and then I will show you the final check answers. Okay, so I assume maybe you paused it. It looks like it shows the circle in the degrees. So I can count, right? I know that that's 180. I know that right here that that's 90, right? I know that if I broke up 90 into 2 degrees, right, what's that measurement going to be? So I know it's going to be something less than 90. I also know that this angle plus this angle plus this angle needs to equal 90. So this angle, this angle, this angle, they all need to add up to 90 degrees. So I know that they must be 30 degrees each. Okay, and that's before I even use my protractor. But if you use your protractor, it's tricky because it's on that. But I know if I use my protractor, let's see if I can do it. Maybe this way. That one goes in 0. And if I were to extend this line, extend that line, extend it, let's see what it looks like. So that little line goes right on 0. This one faces that 0, and that line goes straight through 30 degrees. 30 degrees right there, 30 degrees. But I can use kind of my common sense to know that, right? Benchmarks just like what we did with fractions. Now I'm going to look at this one. I know that right here is 90. I can see it, it's drawn, right? Here is 180. 90, this is directly in the middle, so that angle, this angle plus this angle needs to equal 90, so I know that this angle is going to be 45 degrees. So angle STU equals 45 degrees. And remember, we're using benchmark angles, so none of these are going to be anything different than 45, 30, 90, 180, all of those benchmark angles. Okay. So going forward, for tomorrow, for today, we're doing both of these lessons. So for today, you will need to use your protractor, but actually, you can use your protractor. How about that? You're going to draw a 180 degree angle and label the angle. Okay, so this is just on mine. So I know 180 degrees is a straight line. So I'm just going to do this. Right, and I'm going to go A, B, C, and I know that I'm measuring this angle, right, which equals 180 degrees. Okay, estimate the measurement of the angle created by the bike frame. So here's the bike frame. It's already drawn right there, and I know that this is a straight line. This is cutting it right in half. So I know that this measurement that the arrow is showing must equal an estimate of 90 degrees. Okay. I'll do your next one structure guided practice. Just pause it here, try it, then I'll do mine. The drawing is going to be an estimate. I still really love to use a straight edge. I know I need 45 degrees. So I'm going to do one line. Okay, here's my one line. And I know that's going to be the one that's going to go through 0, right? So here is my, let's go like this. I want you guys to be able to see it. Okay, here's my line that's going through 0. I know my other one needs to come through 45, right? Here's 40, here's 50, there's 45. So even though this is an estimate, it's nice to be able to use a protractor because they're fun. This angle right here is 45 degrees. I know it is smaller than a right angle because it's less than 90. It's actually exactly half of 90. Okay, and I like to label it with letters A, B, C. Okay, so hopefully this helps you guys with today. Miss Lundberg and I are around if you need any questions answered, and we will talk to you later. Okay, have fun with angles. Play around with the protractor.